Good evening. This is Tanisha Laverne Graham reporting live from the red carpet at the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City, where legendary radio personality turned Emmy-nominated talk show host Wendy Williams will launch her Be Here campaign, an activation designed to combat drug abuse and the substance abuse crisis in our culture. Star maker Mona Scott Young here tonight to celebrate Wendy Williams' birthday and this give back.
Yeah, to celebrate her birthday, but also to try to give back, literally. Yes.
Wow. So, drug abuse. I mean, Wendy has been very open about, her addiction. If there was something, if Whitney were with us today, what would you want to say to Whitney Houston?
Keep pushing through. It's going to get better. I always say time is our best friend, and sometimes in the moment we feel like there's nothing that we can do to get ourselves out of whatever the situation is, but just push through, wake up tomorrow, it will be better. Yeah.
It's just so hard for people to believe that. It's just like more and more we meet young men and women who are getting addicted. This K2 is out of control.
The suicide epidemic, I think that's all tied to people needing a way out, right? Needing to find an escape. Drugs are that escape. Unfortunately, suicide more and more commonly is becoming that escape. And I think we just need to find ways to reach these people, to let them know that, there's help out there. Whether it's for mental illness, which is another thing that we suffer from in our community that we don't talk about enough. Drug addiction, which is certainly something that you can pull yourself out of. It's hard, but the help is out there. And it's the outreach that's important.
Well, Mona, we thank you so much for all the work that you do. Continued blessings and success.
I'm happy to be here to be able to support.
Kim Payne, hi.
How have you been, my love?
I have been wonderful. I flew in late last night. I'm jet lagged, but I'm happy to be home. This is my home. I'm
New York City.
I'm from Brooklyn.
And you're here for who tonight?
I'm here for the Wendy. I'm here.
It's okay, girl. Where?
I'm here for the Wendy Williams extravaganza.
And the give back. Yeah.
And the give back that she's doing.
What an amazing cause. Drug addiction and substance abuse.
What an amazing cause. She's also been so open about her journey and so open about her life. And for her to say, I'm going to use my birthday, my time to give back, to share my platform to help others. It's the best birthday gift. She's going to live twice as long because of that.
Wow.
I hope.
When did you first realize how big, the drug crisis was in our country, like the scope of it? I mean, we went through heroin and then the crack and, big government really didn't care. And now that
I'm from the
heroin.
80s. Right. Like apparently cocaine and heroin are back again. I'm like, I remember, I grew up in Brooklyn. So I remember seeing, the heroin, guys, do that thing that they do that thing. I remember that. And so you think because there are campaigns that say just say no, or you think that there are campaigns out there that it goes away, but it doesn't. And unfortunately, I think that people I don't fully understand addiction, so I don't want to speak out of turn, but I've got my own addictions, shopping, or whatever, right? It's a need to mask. It's a need to soothe. And I think that we as a people, we as a nation, should find other ways or teach people other ways to soothe themselves other than drugs. For me, like I said, it's shopping, no doubt. It's not even food, it's shopping. And so once I was understood that I was masking something and I got the help that I needed, it changed things for me. And so I just think that it's wonderful that she's using her voice and her platform to create awareness.
Well, on a lighter note, I mean, you're one of the best comedians that have ever done it.
Oh, yeah.
And, we look to people like yourself, the comedians, the actors, the writers, to soothe our souls.
Laughter is healing. I am very clear, and I say this with all respect, that I am a healer in my way. When people laugh, they move out of their space of whatever, and for a moment I've got them, and for a moment they're not thinking about their problems. With all respect, I know that what I do can be healing.
Well, you're famous woo 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 on Living Single.
People don't know that. That actually came from my mother. My mother used to say woo 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 to me and my baby brother when words would fail her. Woo 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 if you fell down, or woo woo woo. And so I ad-libbed that on the set of Living Single one time, and they were like, "That's
in the show." And it
stayed. Woo woo woo.
Wow. Well, where can we find you today? Like, what are you working on? Where can we find you?
You can find me at kimcoles.tv. Or you can find me this weekend at the Laurie Beachman Theater. I'm doing stand-up. My stand-up show is called Fabulous50andfunny.com. I brought 50. Who's 50? I did that wrong. I'm 56.
Wait a minute.
Girl. 56 and a half. 56 and a half.
This lady is 56.
Fabulous50andfunny.com to get tickets.
You look amazing.
Thank you.
You're such an icon.
Thank you. Wow.
I'm so proud of you. I read one of your books early on, and you were so transparent about your own struggle with drug addiction. What made you, as a public figure, decide to be so open about it?
Well, as a public figure, oftentimes it's better to tell your own mess before somebody tells it for you, number one. Number two, I found no shame in it once I got myself together and realized, oh my gosh, I'm on the right track to a great career.
Yeah. People don't realize Wendy is a beast. When I read that book and learned that you were driving from D.C. to New York, okay, that's how you know you want it. If you're not willing to do that type of stuff, you need to rethink your career, honey. So now you have, fast forward, I mean, you went from being a legendary radio personality to an Emmy-nominated talk show host. Now you're launching this Be Here campaign.
Yes.
What was the inspiration for that?
Well, Be Here is where if you would like to donate, whether it's $5, a nickel, it doesn't matter. Every penny counts. As in, the Hunter Foundation will be here for you.
Tanisha Laverne Grant, blackinamerica.com.